All right, let's get right into it. When we think about childbirth, there's often this one single image that comes to mind. But, sometimes the path to a safe delivery takes a different turn. Today, we're going to walk through that other path, the cesarean birth. We're not looking at it as a plan B, but as a proactive, often life-saving, and totally valid journey to bringing a baby into the world. So here's our roadmap. We're going to break this down into 5 key stages. First, we'll look at the 2 different ways this journey can start. Then, we'll dig into the why, the specific reasons it's the safest choice. After that, we'll walk through the prep for surgery, what happens in those crucial hours right after delivery, and finally, what you need to know for recovery and heading home. Okay, so let's start at the very beginning. The destination is always the same, a healthy baby and a healthy mom. But the road to getting there through a cesarean birth can look very, very different depending on how it starts. So what exactly is a C-section? Well, on a technical level, it's a surgical delivery, but that's not the important part. The part that really matters is the why. The entire reason for the procedure is singular, to keep mom and baby safe. That's the #1 goal always. And this right here shows those 2 different starting points I mentioned. On one hand, you've got the scheduled cesarean. It's calm, it's planned, there's time to talk, ask questions, and prepare. Then, on the other hand, you have the emergent cesarean. This is when things change, fast. Labor takes an unexpected turn, and the whole focus shifts to getting the baby delivered safely and quickly. 2 totally different emotional experiences, but both end with the same incredible result. This leads us to the big question, right? Why? Why does a C-section become the safest and best choice? It's not a random decision. Let's look at the actual medical reasons that guide doctors to make this call. Sometimes the reasons are all about protecting mom's health. For instance, with placenta previa, the placenta is literally blocking the exit route. Can't get past that. Or if you've had a specific type of C-section before, trying for a vaginal birth could be risky. And then there's something called CPD, which is really just a fancy way of saying the baby's head and the mother's pelvis aren't a good fit. In all these cases, a C-section isn't a last resort. It's smart, proactive planning. And then, of course, there are times when it's all about the baby's immediate safety. Maybe the baby's heart rate is showing signs of stress during labor. Or maybe they're just not in the right position, like they're breech or lying sideways. And when you're expecting twins or triplets, things can get complicated. So a C-section often becomes the most predictable and safest delivery plan. It's all about ensuring the baby arrives healthy and well. So once the decision is made, what happens? A whole series of very careful, methodical steps kick into gear. This isn't chaos. It's a well-oiled machine designed to make sure everything goes as smoothly and safely as possible. And every single step in this prep has a really important reason behind it. They check vital signs to get a baseline for you and the baby. They'll tell you no food or drink to prevent a dangerous complication with the anesthesia. The IV isn't just for fun, it's a lifeline for fluids and medication if needed. And that catheter, it keeps the bladder small and safely out of the way. See? Every single step is a safety measure. But, preparing for a C-section is so much more than just these physical steps. The emotional preparation is just as crucial, if not more so. This is where having a supportive care team really makes all the difference. And this quote just hits the nail on the head. It is so common for moms to feel like they somehow failed if they need a C-section. That's why reframing this is everything. It's not a failure. It's a powerful, life-saving act. Seeing it that way as an intervention that brought your baby here safely, that shift in perspective is absolutely huge for your emotional well-being. Okay, the baby is here. Everyone is celebrating. But the journey isn't quite over for mom. The focus now shifts immediately to those first few hours of recovery, which is a really critical time for monitoring and care. Welcome to the recovery room. That siren icon is there for a reason. This period is all about high alert, focused care from the nursing team. Their goal is to make sure you are stable, safe, and recovering well after the surgery. So what's on their checklist? Well, first up is making sure you're breathing well. Then they're checking your vitals constantly, like every 15 minutes, to catch any little changes. They're also checking your uterus to make sure it's firming up properly to prevent bleeding, keeping an eye on the incision, and of course, making sure your pain is under control. It's a whole system designed to keep you safe. Now, let's be real, recovering from major surgery can create some challenges for things like immediate bonding or breastfeeding. It's just a different situation. But here's the good news. For every challenge, there's a solution.
your care team will work to get you that skin-to-skin contact as soon as possible. And lactation consultants are absolute wizards at teaching positions, like the sideline hold, that keep you comfortable and protect your incision.
All right, we're on the final leg of the journey now. This is all about making that transition from the hospital back to your own home. The goal here is to send you off feeling empowered and knowing exactly what you need to do for a safe recovery.
The great thing is, your team is already working to prevent problems before they can even start. They use things like uterine massage to stop extra bleeding and give you super clear instructions on wound care. They're going to bug you to get up and walk around to prevent blood clots, and they'll teach you breathing exercises to keep your lungs healthy.
It's all about being one step ahead. And this is your take-home cheat sheet. This is what you need to remember. Keep the incision clean and dry. Seriously, don't lift anything heavy. And just slowly get back to moving around. The most important parts. Know the warning signs, like a fever or bad pain. And the #1 rule, if you are worried about anything at all, just call your doctor. Don't wait. If you only take away one thing from all of this, let it be this right here. A cesarean is a powerful, positive medical intervention. It is not and never will be a failure. It's a story of strength and doing whatever it takes to have a healthy family. So I'll just leave you with this to think about. When you pull back the curtain and understand the why and how behind all these steps, how can that knowledge change the game? How can it transform what might be a scary or uncertain situation into a truly empowering birth experience?